Property fraud is taking its toll on Lagosians as more people fall into the wrong hands and lose their money while attempting to rent an apartment. Surulere appears to be a hotbed for them, and we followed up on a case that has over 300 persons defrauded.
Lagos is arguably the most populous state in Nigeria, with an estimated figure of 20 million residents and counting, as approximately 80 persons from different parts of the country are believed to come into the city every hour. The effect of this burgeoning population is a strain on infrastructure, such as housing, leading to a serious gap in the sector. While the country's housing deficit in 2012, according to the Bureau of Statistics, is put at 17 million, Lagos accounts for about 15% of that figure, with a deficit of 2.5 million housing units. This gap has created some level of desperation, especially among the low to middle income earners, to get a fairly decent accommodation within an urban setting such as Surulere in Lagos, which incidentally has led to some of them losing their monies to some unscrupulous landlords or developers. Currently, over 350 people are still figuring how to retrieve their money from a syndicate allegedly led by a couple who promised to give them accommodation on 56 Moshalashi Street in Iporin, Surulere, 30 Ramland Timpson in Aguda, and 10 Ekunjimi in Sarigobu. The couple had allegedly collected over 70 million naira from their victims, who were asked to come collect keys to their apartments on a certain day. Unknown to them, it was a war zone they were entering. One of the victims narrates his experience.
That day, when I just came back from my office, my daughter just called me that, "Daddy, come outside, come and see how people are crowded in the front of the building." And I came out, I see people crowding. Actually, I was surprised to see such a thing. Then, among the people out there, I just overheard that they will open the place that midnight. Then I stood outside till around 2 p.m. in the midnight, 2 a.m. Eventually, they now opened the gate. I was told that it's the man that gave people the entrance of the key to this place, that anybody that seek any apartment, they should go and get it. Then by the time we rushed in, I found out even the apartment that I paid for, we are almost 7 that rushing at that time. We now started arguing. Eventually, I went to another apartment, which I see that is open. I now gained that apartment.
I think on the 8th of June, somebody called me 4:30 a.m. and said, "Mommy, people have occupied all the apartment I should come from." I said, "It's an ungodly hours. And why will people move in when each person's apartment have been located?" By the time I got here 8 a.m. with my son, it was very chaotic, a lot of hoodlums. All these area boys, they were breaking bottles. The person in my own apartment, I told the person, "I put this to padlock. Why did you break it? Bring your receipt, let me see." The guy just smashed bottle on the wall. I put my son, we ran, I even fell.
It appears they had an operational strategy that appealed to the vulnerability of the victims.
I saw a notice at Stadium bus stop there. I saw a number, the house for rent. So I called the number. The woman picked the number that I should come to this particular address, 56 Mashalashi Street, Iporin here. So I came here, I saw her, which is Mrs. Fumilayo. Also, I saw her and her husband, I thought it's her husband, Mr. Korede, Tunde Korede. So I asked the apartment, I said, "I need the room and parlor self-contained." They said, "Oh, it's occupied, but they have only 1 and 2 bedroom flat there." So I told them, go and check it. My wife went there, we check it, we saw it. My wife said, well, it's okay. Well, now, my wife and the woman now spoke about the price. They agreed to pay 280. I said, this is cheap for 280. My wife said, it's smart, the woman talk. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. Which will give her 200, which on the 11th of November last year. So this year, by February, March, we give her the raised balance of 160. Me, my particular, I've always been here almost every week, once in 1 week or once in 2 weeks. I always see the woman here, or she and the man, so-called her husband to be, if I'm to say. Not until early last month, then I told my wife that you come on Thursday to come and collect the key. And I closed for my work. When I came here around this particular time, that Thursday, I saw crowd there, just shouting, they have duped also, they have duped us. I see fighting themselves. People are breaking doors, breaking windows. If you have money, just like they'll give you 5,000, they'll board the door, pack a load of somebody out there and put you inside.
The truth is that I'm getting married in 2 months' time, and I eventually pay for this house so I could have where to put my wife to be in 2 months' time. Now I'm squatting with a friend. For the now, I don't have anywhere to put my head comfortably to call my own.
In order to get justice, they sought the help of a human rights advocate who took up the case for them.
They claimed at a point that their landlord, landlady, at the time they said, no, we are developers. So these properties are less than 100 rooms, all these 3 properties. Meanwhile, they collected money from over 375 persons. Look at how much they paid. Each of them. Some paid 600,000, some paid a million naira, 395, 435,000 naira. From all these people, to sum up the money, it's well over 70 million.
In the course of cross-examining the case, she claims she discovered some discrepancies which prompted her interest in their plight.
The case is currently being investigated by the State CID Kwanti. We put up a petition to the Honorable Commissioner for Housing. We copied the Ministry of Justice, Lagos State, the Honorable Attorney General, the Commissioner for Justice, through his special advisor on criminal matters, forwarded our petition to the State CID at Kwanti to investigate all the mentioned suspects and bring them to justice.
As the case continues, more victims are losing their hard-earned cash. A manhunt is allegedly still on for one of the culprits. However, with the involvement of the relevant security agencies and the Lagos State government, we're hopeful this trend will be curbed, victims retrieve their finances, and the perpetrators apprehended.
Eyewitness report promises you an opportunity to tell your story however you want it by simply documenting the event with your camera. Upload a photo or video to our Eyewitness platform via the Channels TV app. You can download from Google App Stores if you don't have it yet. Launch to reveal the menu, then swipe to find the Eyewitness icon. Tap and follow instructions on how to upload your story. Don't forget to add a form of contact as email or phone numbers so we can get in touch with you and follow up on your story. So seize the opportunity to be that reporter you've always wanted and, of course, impact your community positively. Now, let's see some of the materials you already uploaded for the week.
We start with this picture from Imo State, which shows a flowing stream. Our eyewitness reporter says it is allegedly the only source of drinking water in Ubinugu Ntueke Diato, south of the state. He is therefore calling on the government to come to their aid. Our second image is from Newi North Local Government Area in neighboring Anambra State, showing gully erosion. Our eyewitness reporter explains that the gully is about 40 feet deep and wants the authorities to urgently address this. Our third picture is from the Benin-Auchi Expressway, showing the sorry state of the highway. Our eyewitness reporter is appealing to the relevant government agency to fix the damaged road. This picture from GRA Zaria in Kaduna State shows fallen high-tension cables. Our eyewitness reporter is very concerned because of the danger it poses and is calling on appropriate authorities to fix it. We end with this picture from Osun State, showing a collapsed bridge, which our eyewitness reporter says links the Owu farm settlement with other communities. Our eyewitness reporter is worried about the state of the road and is asking the state government to repair it as soon as possible.
Those were your photos and videos. We expect that you keep them coming. You may also want to reach us on any of our social media platforms. It's time we called it a day on Eyewitness Report. Till next week, when hopefully we should be back. I'll keep our eyes on you. I'm Chris Elems. Bye-bye.